Ladies and gentlemen, you're watching Trains Per Network. Enjoy the trains, enjoy Central.
Look at that! Aha! Welcome back, 400! Welcome back! Hello everybody, how are we all doing today on this Monday afternoon? Let me tell you what time it is. 2:38. Alright, I should swing here. Yeah, we got CN today here, folks. Here in Pembine. They're dropping off stuff today, it looks like. They got about a ton of a good amount of cars coming. And well, how convenient. Was heading back from Iron Mountain, had to do some errands, and well, how convenient. They are here. So, yeah, folks. How lucky am I, folks? I feel like I should have done winters for this one, but then again, I did commit to this. But yeah, we got here in time. There they are. How cool about that, folks? How cool is that? Been a while since I've caught these guys. Readjust my zoom. I hope my camera has enough batteries for this. I do have the phone, but the problem is my phone's being a little weird where I have 60 gigabytes of storage, but yet I don't. I don't know how. Anyway, folks, we'll, yeah, it looks like they're moving ahead. I believe they are. Because they're going to set, looks like their entire train on this side track here, folks. So they have a bunch of gondolas that will either go to Ultramel or they're going up to Channing for painted ore plus one propane tanker in the middle of all of this. So when the ELS are heading, when next time they gotta pick up a propane tanker, they'll have some fun with this one. I am just so glad I saw that. I was looking for one. I was like, wait a minute, why are there's two tracks filled with cars? And I look for my rear view mirror, and all of a sudden I'm like, wait a minute, there's a locomotive. Here they come, folks. They're coming up to here. Ding, 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 ding. Ding, ding, butter beepers. So they're going to come up to here, folks, because they're going to put them, you can kind of see a side track from over there, folks. They're going to put them all onto there, push them all in. I don't have time to get our switch for location. I kind of like this spot. 5410 is today's locomotive for the Canadian National. An EMD SD60 locomotive, folks. Ding, 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 ding. Alright, so they made it all the way up to here. Now you can kind of see from all the way back there, folks. I'm not sure if all the way back there is a crew guy right there. He is going to put the switch towards where there's already gondolas. And he's going to back up this, they're going to back the whole train up, put these cars on that track. And well, folks, only if they come back to Powers is going to be 5410. Yes, they're going to pretty much ditch the whole entire train, pretty much. And as they speak right now, they are backing it up. They're going to put that entire train now into that storage, into that track that the ELS will go to either on the next southbound or northbound train. The gondolas will be the next northbound, the tanker will be the next southbound train. Which I like, folks. Cool little thing. ELS 501's back in service. Yes, you heard the words also, right? 501 was fixed up and now she is back up in service, running the ELS yet again. Got word from John from our group yesterday about the word that, well, 501's back up and she is alive and running. Yeah, but you can see now, folks, they've stopped because they gotta put the hook, they gotta get all the stuff taken care of, get the air hose connected, along with get the, I just want to get a couple too. It's a pretty, this is a normal routine switching, folks. Now there are multiple other ways the Canadian National could do this. They can go, they can take the train, the locomotive has to come to back here, folks. But they can put the, there's another switch track they can do is put, like, let's say they want to put the tankers closer to where the ELS are. They can do that by just, there's another switch they can pull to adjust the tracks for that. So far, folks, the battery is holding on. If I do end up not having enough battery, I will switch quickly over to the iPhone. I've got, should be enough to do this stuff, folks. But yeah, how about that, folks? You can hear her revving up. But yeah, folks, you're probably asking, well, what crossing we go to? How about I give you the obvious answer? The only one I can think of doing. I should have done a different setup, which was, I could have gone over to the, gone this train here, and I could go over to the, under the US 141, under the 141 bridge, there is a way to catch the train there, but, well, after this, folks, I'm going home to take a shower. I've mowed today, so my body is a little filthy. But I'm still out here for you, folks. Alright. So it looks like they're getting everything checked, folks, before. Never mind, they're pulling it forward. I'm sorry, but why? Why are we pulling it forward, gents? Ding 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 ding. I don't get the logic here, folks. We're pulling the train back up forward. Huh. This is an odd one, folks. Even I'm unsure what they're doing. Why would they be pulling the whole thing back forward? The bell's activated. What are we doing? Okay, now we're backing up again. And all they go back it again. So this is interesting, folks. So now they pulled forward, now they're pulling back into the side track yet again. What the heck? Folks, welcome to the Canadian National in Pembine, where my brain doesn't understand what the heck they're doing sometimes. Now they're putting the whole entire train back into that, putting it on that sidetrack for the Escanaba and Lake Superior Railroad to take. But why would they have pulled in forward? Did they have to check something? Because now you're seeing the entire train is going into that track. Well, I'm surprised the battery is holding on better than I expected today. I know this is going to go immediately when I get home. This will be on a charger when we get home, because she will need a battery charged up. It's going to be a pretty good sized video. Alright, the last couple of cars are now entering the side track. The track for the ELS to take. I will zoom in for you folks. Let's zoom. Zoom out a little bit. There you go. You can see her way over there. So there goes the entire train, folks, is now on that side track. They have pulled an entire string of cars into there. So there's about, I'm gonna be saying, the next train for the ELS that's coming north will stop in Pembine for alter metal and for painting ore in Channing. Ooh, hold on folks, I might need to do a camera switch. Alright folks, stay tuned. Alright folks, here she comes. We will leave this chase after this, folks. Well, this little switching video for you guys we'll leave after this, because, well, I don't have time to do anything else, really. Alright, crew's gonna get back on board, folks, and, well, this train will be heading for Powers, Wisconsin. Should be going here pretty shortly, folks. Sorry if I'm a little shaky, folks. I don't have the camera, my stand for the camera. I'm using the stand's being used for, folks, was used for the Panasonic. So I'm sorry if it's a little shaky on that end. Okay, this should be. Okay, now I think she's moving. Yep, here she comes, folks. Oh, yep, she's coming. there you guys go. That is all she wrote. We got the CN switching. Thank you guys for watching. Make sure to like and subscribe. And well, as always, we'll see you guys next time. Peace out, everybody.